Hi there, I'm Matt.
I'm Armando.
And we're Pendley's Plentiful Pets.
An Arizona Fish Rescue based out of Kingman, Arizona.
Thank you so much for watching and tagging along. I hope you have a wonderful night and enjoy the show. Okay, so we're going to work on the aquascaping today. We're going to trim this up, get a different angle, and we're going to work on some of that moss and do a water change, right?
Yep, pretty simple today. This thing's coming along great.
Really, we're like, what, 5 weeks in on this now?
Yeah, 4 or 5 weeks. I think like maybe 3 or 4 since the aqua soil came in. But yeah, about 4 or 5 weeks total. It's looking great so far. The epiphytes are all growing in nice. Java fern's got good roots. The dwarf hairgrass is really coming in hot. I love the little mono shrimp right there.
Really looking nice.
Cleaning duty. Got that Ludwigia coming in nice. You got those crypts growing new leaves.
Wonder if we can get like that a little closer.
Even the ram's horn snails are going to work here.
Kind of like it closer so we're not getting that angle on there. Sorry, everybody, working on camera angles. What we can do better, let me know. How do you like that angle? I think that looks a lot better than further back. Yeah. That looks really nice, and you can still see all the plants.
Ooh. It does look like a completely different take from that side.
It really does. Looks like something completely different. Oh, uh-oh. Should probably turn the water back on, so I'm draining it, too.
All right, so I am going to trim up this moss. Oof. Oh, the light touched the water. That's all right. It's aquarium light. And don't be afraid to hack it back when you're trimming your moss. It always grows back.
Sorry if you hear that rattling in the background. Got some noise going on. So, instead of being quiet, we got any facts, Armando? I'm sure we said them before, but for anyone new who's tagging along, seeing what we're doing, what exactly are we doing, Armando?
Right now, I'm just trying to...
What is this called? Aquascaping? What's aquascaping?
Aquascaping is pretty much just taking like an image you have in your head of how you want your aquarium to look. It's kind of like landscaping, how you just kind of take something from nothing and build it up to have this, like sort of like an appealing, sort of a look to it. And there's all sorts of different types of aquascaping. There's Brazilian aquascaping. There is like Iwagumi aquascaping. There is just like regular like jungle type aquascaping. It's really just like there's no like specific name for it. It's just a general term of decorating a tank, usually with a hardscape and plants. And then just kind of just kind of having it grow, just kind of assisting it and growing in just like a desired way, kind of like how I'm trimming the moss real close to the wood, so that way it doesn't get too scraggly and out of hand. And I'm gonna just keep doing this, usually probably about once a week, because moss grows slow. What I'm looking for is not some very long stringy moss. What I'm looking for is some very close but dense type vegetation with this moss, because it's good moss. All moss is good, but this moss I really like. It's Christmas moss. You can't really tell yet, but I'm just trying to trim it down close to the wood, so that way when it does start to grow in, it kind of hugs the wood and gives it that moss texture we're looking for, instead of just being like a wild, sort of matty type mess. But yeah, aquascaping is pretty much just underwater landscaping, just taking an image you have that you desire for your aquarium, and just kind of like taking things that complement each other, like red and green plants in a specific way, so that way, like just whatever looks good to you, and not just like kind of like throwing a bunch of random stuff in a tank and letting it go wild, which that can still be aquascaping, but aquascaping is usually something that has a goal.
This aquascape, I like to call it our little bonsai.
Yeah, that's kind of how I think of it too. Especially after this moss grows in how we want it to.
Definitely, that grass is taken over.
Wait till it's an actual carpet. It's gonna look great.
Can't wait, man. I've always wanted a grass carpet in a fish tank. Now I just need some grass out here in the desert.
That's a lot more. That's a lot less achievable. It's crazy.
A lot of
you
water.
can grow grass in a fish tank easily. You can grow grass out here. That
out here is in Kingman, Arizona, for anyone curious. We do
the Mojave Desert.
Aside from the aquascaping, if anyone's curious, not only do we aquascape.
Yeah, this is just a side project.
All of this is from rescues that we've done in one way, shape, or form. We rescue fish, where we go in, take your fish, potentially your tank, anything else you'd like to donate to us, bring them back to the facility, and try to find them a new home for a third of what the big wigs ask. And yes, I ask a small fee because this goes back towards the fishies. You got to think, man. We are doing all of this for the fishies.
All right, that's about good. And we're just gonna siphon that stuff out. Can you get that tube right there?
Yep.
All right. And also with this tank, we're adding a nice male Bolivian ram in here today.
Yeah, we got some nice fishies. I haven't had a Bolivian ram in so long.
Better do this a little slow. Oh. I just don't want it draining so fast, so I'm going to kink it so that way, because we want to grab the moss, and this tank drains so fast, it's kind of hard to do that.
We do have a smaller, suction tube too. Keep that in mind for future reference for these. Not such a big tube.
Alright, I think that's about good. I'm going to fill it real slow. Sea chem prime in there. Where's the prime?
Ran away.
There we go.
This stuff right here.
Fantastic water conditioner. It's basically the liquid version of Sea Chem Safe.
I want to scrape a little bit of that water hardness off the top edge there. Dang, really good.
Here, I will hold it.
For those of you curious what plants we have in there, Armando, if you'd be so cool, since you're doing that, I can hold that and you can point out what plants we have so everyone knows. What plants do we have in this bonsai?
Knock that aqua soil all around. So on the bonsai, like on the wood structure, we have a mixture of pretty good Anubias garden.
Some scissors and point it out.
We have this. It's like right here in the front. You guys can see this is a really good Anubias garden right here. And up all along the top, we have sort of a good mixture of regular Java ferns and Java fern Windalove. I believe also some Java fern El Nino. And we have this moss that we just recently installed on here. We have in the actual substrate, we have this carpet up front right here of this dwarf hair grass that's coming along well, especially for low tech. We have some Crypt Wentai green, I believe, right here. It looks like green for now. It may show different colors as it grows. We have some, I believe this is just Ludwigia repens. Right here we have an Amazon sword that's trying its best. In the back we have some I think it's called Hygrophila or Hygrophila corymbosa. I believe that's the one that is. We have some Java fern in the back just to get some nice different breaks in texture. On the other side we have I believe it's a crypt undulata red, which is also known as the watermelon crypt. I believe we have a up here in this corner, you can't really see it. It's a piece of S. repens. And we have a red melon sword that kind of grows like those sort of textured and red sort of variegated style leaves in the back corner over here. And then we have just some regular Bacopa Monieri on the other side, also known as moneywort. And that's what we have in this tank. It's pretty simple. It's coming along really well though.
Awesome. Well, I think we're all done other than adding the rams in.
water off. Okay, let's go ahead and add that ram. I think I put a little too much water in there, but oh well. We're gonna have to let it acclimate for a second because the water that just came out of that tap is hot because it's the summer here in Arizona, and rams are very sensitive to temperature shock. And we're just gonna float this guy in the tank and slowly add some water for probably 10 minutes because when we do a water change here in Arizona in the summer, even if the water's on full cold, it still comes out at like 85 degrees, which is hot. Granted, the rams can take it. They just need to acclimate first because they don't do well with large shifts in parameter. So we're going to take some water out of here to compensate for the catch cup. It is already acclimated to the temperature of the room. So we can go ahead and throw this guy right on in here. Just move that out of the way real quick. Just gently introduce him.
Looks like the fern in here is melting really bad.
Looks like a potassium deficiency. You might need to throw some root tabs under there.
Well, if anyone wants to donate root tabs, I don't have any. So here's the ram.
Which, yeah, they look a little bit kind of grayish with some bars and not much color, but they're rams. Most dwarf cichlids in general are pretty finicky fish. But give them a little while. Give them a couple hours, they'll color up nice, and then even a couple days to a couple of weeks, they'll get all those blues and greens, and yellows and reds that they're known for. They're not as colorful as the German blues, or like the electric blues, or like the dark night rams, but they're not a fish to be overlooked. Bolivian rams are one of my favorites. I was breeding them by the many several months ago, and I love doing it. I might do it again. I love these fish a lot.
Let's hope we can get a female.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to find, especially when you have a place somewhere, or if you order them like in a bunch, or just find somebody usually has a female.
Well, if anyone's breeding and wants to donate it, let me know. I would love to get some of these bred. It's kind of a more personal hobby. Once again, all these plants are available for anyone's interested, from $3 to $8. Got some assassin snails. Look, I still have one that's alive.
Did work in here. There's just a bunch of snail shells.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see any other pest snails in here either. Up in the top floating. No, that's food. So looks like assassins are actually doing their job for once. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. Now he's ready to go into the tank. We've acclimated him. And anyone who's wanting to listen to us, our mics failed. So if you can't hear us, I'm sorry. We're going to put the mic towards whoever's talking at the time. Right, Armando?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Now it feels like I got a little speaker or a little microphone like a newsman. Well, he's in his tank now. I'm going to pop the camera off. Get a good little view. Look at this beautiful tank. One of my favorite fish. You'll see this guy on the back of my business card. Pendley's Plentiful Pets, Arizona Fish Rescue. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. What do you think we should name this guy? Whoever gets the most comments, the likes on their comments, in the next 3 months, we'll pick the winner. Be so kind to like, comment, subscribe. What should we name this guy? He is a Bolivian ram. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. This is Matt and Armando for Pendley's Plentiful Pets, Arizona Fish Rescue, doing the Matt and Armando aquascaping and anything else at the facility. Thank you so much for watching Pendley's Plentiful Pets. If you'd like, we can donate through Zelle at 928-263-9626. Or we take Cash App at # Save the Fishies, IES at the end of Fishies. Thank you so much for watching, liking, comment, subscribe, support. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.